My name's Travis Martin. I've lost more than 100 pounds on the program and kept it off, come off all prescription medications, high blood pressure medication, high cholesterol medication, acid reflux medication, type 2 diabetes medications, depression medications. So the program's been good to me, thanks be to God, and it's helped tens of thousands of other people too. And we want to always, now that we've moved to ministry first and foremost, forevermore, we want to thank our partners and lifetime members for keeping Shibboleth going. We appreciate you. We could not do this great work without you. We do this with a lot of humility. We know that if there's any success from the program, it's because the Lord is having His way in our lives. And thank God that we can dig ourselves a little pit, but with the help of the Lord, we can get up out of that pit. Be careful, don't get stuck in a rut. You know the difference between the rut and the grave, don't you? Only the devil. So let's get up, let's get moving. Hello, everybody. Good to have you. Hey, Celia. Love the people of God. We're about to get started with another 24-day challenge. I will be returning those emails where people have requested that 24-day challenge today. I'll get the information to you that you need to get started with the 24-day challenge. The official start date of the 24-day challenge is March the 14th. I'll have a couple of informational meetings, and then people can decide if they're going to participate in the 24-day masterclass, and then they'll have time to get their foods prepared, get ready, get their minds right, and then we'll start on March the 14th. Stormcat says, I'm starting late on the 30-day lifestyle. Actually, you're not. Maybe that's the way we framed it in the beginning, but you can start anytime. It's about going through the 30-day daily lessons and tuning in to these sessions as much as you can. It's a free community program. It's brought to you by our lifetime members and partners. Without our lifetime members and partners, Stormcat, we would not be able, of which you're one, we would not be able to offer this free community program. The free community program puts emphasis on the first 30 days because that's how you help people get momentum, but you can start any day. Everybody gets the same video. So if somebody's starting today, tomorrow they get day one. The next day they'll get day two. And then somebody starting 2 days from now, they would get day one. So you can start anytime. Welcome everybody. And this is a great class too to come to, get your questions answered. The information on the 24-day masterclass challenge is not on the website, no. If you're talking about the 30-day free community program, it is on the website. Let me know which one you want. I'll point you in the right direction. Got a 30-day beginner course going on right now, and we're about to launch a 24-day masterclass for our intermediate and advanced members. Mia, the 24-day has not started yet. I'll host a couple of informational meetings on that before it starts on the 14th. We'll have one Thursday night, and then we'll have one next week, and give people plenty of time to get ready, get their goodies up so we can get started. Mia, if you'd like information on the 24-day masterclass, please send me an email at travisjack777@gmail.com. travisjack777@gmail.com. Marie says, what is the best way to get watered down with a very sore throat? Drink your water. I don't know. You just got to get that water in. Maybe desensitize the back of your throat with one of those throat sprays. Maybe those will help. Sugar-free cough drops. When you're sick, it never makes following the daily disciplines any easier. So I know that's a challenge for you to drink your water, but need to drink your water. You need to stay well hydrated. Maybe switch over just for a little while to Crystal Light. Make it a little more palatable and refreshing going down or something. I'm sorry, it hurts. I know it hurts. Y'all pray for Marie. Her throat's hurting really bad. So right now, if everybody will, a little moment of silence for Marie, and we'll put our heart and our energy on praying to the Lord for Marie for just a moment of silence. Okay, Tammy Cornett offers a great piece of advice there. Drink warmer water, maybe add some lemon, gargle with salt water. That might help you. Mia says, I'm having a hard time staying consistent. We need to build your why. If you don't have a why that's greater than temptation, you won't be successful. You got to really get a lot of leverage on yourself. And unfortunately, for many, taking the time out for themselves is a real hardship for you. It's choosing suffering is what we're doing. We're all, suffering's becoming fashionable amongst the people of God. It's real easy to follow a weight loss and wellness program once you have your mind right. Now, I'm not saying getting the mind right's an easy thing to do. That takes turning to the Lord. That takes finding you a good old-fashioned altar in your prayer closet, really counting the cost of past behavior and look at where it's got you. Is food really a good comforter, or is it a miserable comforter? Is it just a little bit of gratification and then yields long-term pain? Well, as adults, we have to make some decisions. So if we're eating what we want, when we want, having a hard time getting motivated, what it is, what we're saying, y'all, if we're having a hard time getting motivated, what we're really saying is I want to eat what I want, when I want, as much as I want, as often as I want, and I want to stay lean and healthy too. Am I right about that? Is that what we're saying, everyone? Let's all deal in truth. The Bible says there'll come a day when there's true worshipers. We worship in spirit and in truth. So is the problem here that we lack motivation? No. The problem is we want to eat what we want, when we want, as much as we want. We don't think it's fair that we can't stay lean and healthy if we overindulge. That's what it's all about. Now, unfortunately, that's not how biology works. If we overconsume and we consume a surplus of calories every day of our life, we're going to end up fat. We're going to end up fat. I ended up fat because I wanted to be healthy and lean, but I wanted my sugar wafers and my Doritos and my Debbie cakes and my spaghetti and meatballs and chips at the Mexican restaurant. I wanted those every day. And I wanted those more than I wanted to be lean and healthy. I only made the shift and began to lose weight when I no longer wanted that stuff as bad as I wanted to feel good about myself. Does that make any sense, everyone? Now, it doesn't make one a bad person if they want what they want to eat, when they want to eat it, as often as it doesn't make them a bad person. What it makes you is an unhealthy person. Does that make sense, everyone? It doesn't make you a bad person. You shouldn't tell yourself you're a bad person, a lazy person, an evil person, a slothful person. And in fact, if you're telling yourself that, it will make you think that way about others. Only until you love yourself can you love others. What we're really saying, the right thing to say as adults, is I am not ready to sacrifice overindulgence for my health. I'm not willing to do that. I'm willing to sacrifice my health and my confidence for the food. That's the decision we have to make here as adults. We're not children. We're not babies. We shouldn't be treated like we are. Right? I wish I had a softer way to put that, but it is our dilemma daily. We're not children. We can't live in fairy tale world anymore. If I want the food, then I don't want my health. It's that simple. We'll be praying for one another. We all are in this battle together. Okay, so we promised meal ideas today. So let's get this kicked off right away. Let me pull this up for you. And we're going to approach this from a couple of angles today as we come up with meal ideas. So everybody got pen and paper? This is our combination chart. So on your combination chart, what I want you to do is write down on a piece of paper or type or whatever, or just remember, pick out a combination that you're struggling with. I want you to write a couple of things down today. Pick out a combination or a couple of combinations that confuse you and perplex you. We're going to come up with meal ideas for that combination. So do that. Next, I want you to write down some foods or snacks or whatever, something that you put in your mouth, even if it's poison. I want you to write down foods that you love and crave, whether they're healthy foods or whether it's a potato or whether it's a Little Debbie. I want you to write those down. Will y'all do that for me? We're going to demonstrate how easy the program is again today. So easy once we learn it. Everybody got a few ideas there? Now I'm gonna stop this. Do y'all need this up for another second? This combination chart? Everybody good? Now these food combinations for our new folks, these are beginner and advanced combinations. That's why there's so many of them. We don't have to start with all these combinations. But what combinations do, if we control the portion, is shut down insulin. And if we shut down insulin, neutralize it, we can more readily burn fat while in a calorie deficit. Does that make sense, everyone? Let me know that you're with me and that we're on the same page together. Food combinations control insulin. Without the control of insulin, we cannot lose body fat efficiently. Let me know that you're with me. We got a big group today. Y'all still hear me? Did I lose you? All right, now I'm going to pull up my worksheet. We're going to come up with some ideas together. Fat burning ideas. I'm going to digital worksheets in the partner and lifetime member section. Thank you for your patience. We may fill out a few of these sheets today, actually. Yeah, this is in resources, digital worksheets. Okay, so let me type this in, meal ideas, group class today, and here we go. So does anybody have a food that they crave or a combination that they want to do a deep dive into that we just put up on the board that we shared? Don't be shy. We need you. It's what makes for a good interactive class. Ice cream. So Pam, she comes right at me. She comes right at me with one quickly. Ice cream. She ain't playing. So let's take, now y'all are coming up with what I would refer to as not food. This isn't real food. This is sweet treats, comfort, so-called miserable comforter foods. I don't call them comfort foods. They are miserable foods. But we're going to probably fill out several worksheets to humor people. So let's take this. I want to humor you, all right? So ice cream. Now, can I have any type of ice cream that I want? We're going to take one at a time and then we'll circle back and get the new ones. Can I eat any ice cream that I want on the Shibboleth lifestyle? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can have any ice cream you want. So let's say that you choose an unapproved ice cream. How many days can you have an unapproved ice cream? 6 a month. When you get in maintenance, how many days could you have your Haagen-Dazs? 12. If I have an expectation, now this is also a behavior modification class. If I have an expectation that I should be able to eat Haagen-Dazs ice cream every day and still lose weight, does that make me reasonable or unreasonable? Very unreasonable. If I can, during my weight loss phase, if I can have Haagen-Dazs or my favorite ice cream, regardless of the type, 6 days a month and still lose weight, is that a reasonable plan forward? That's a very reasonable plan forward. If I can have it when I'm in maintenance, if I can live my life Monday through Thursday, no Haagen-Dazs and no Kilwins, cake batter ice cream and a waffle cone, but then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I can have Kilwins and a waffle cone, cake batter. Is that reasonable? if I can maintain that way? I think it is. I think that's beyond reasonable. But what we're talking about here is we've got bad habits, right? So we have to find, what about those days? What if I've already used all my holidays up and I still want it? Then you've got two choices. You say no to yourself. Do I have anybody that's saying no to yourself is difficult? Now, I'm saying this out of love, okay? If you can't say no to yourself, it's because you don't love yourself. Your flesh is like a child. Your spirit is like the adult. So when you let your flesh just run around and do whatever it wants to do, like a child, is that love? That's not love. That's not love at all. If I let my children, when they were young, just run around and do anything, put themselves in harm's way, I'm not showing them love. Your spirit is in charge. So you've got to learn to tell yourself no. Let me ask you this. If you can't learn to tell yourself no, is there anything that I can do or any other weight loss coach can ever do to help you? Nothing we can do. So my job as your weight loss coach, if you can never tell yourself no, even though we're killing ourselves with food addiction, and you still can't tell yourself no, then my job is to talk you into being overweight and enjoying your food, because life is too short for you not to be enjoying what you want to enjoy. I just don't enjoy it anymore. I don't enjoy acid reflux. I don't enjoy dreading a trip to the beach because I'm 300 pounds. I don't enjoy those prescription medications. I don't enjoy it. If I did enjoy it, I might continue on sacrificing my health for food. I just don't enjoy it anymore. So I know, even though my flesh wants this ice cream daily, sometimes I have to tell it no. But let's say this is a special consideration. Let's say that I'm in I'm trying to have a perfect day. Let me pull this up. I'm trying to have a perfect day. And I'm just not feeling it. And I'm having a hard time telling myself no. I still have options. I'm going to go to resources. Oh, hang tight. Hold up. I need to leave that window up. Sorry. Going to my food library. And I'm going to start, even though I know some by heart that I enjoy, I'm just going to type in ice cream. Now, I get a list based upon the keywords ice cream. Some of these may not be ice cream, but most of them will be. So these are all approved ice creams. Who asked that question? I forget who it was. Ice cream. Where's it at? Crave Sweets Terribly, Pam. So Pam, check this list out. These are all the approved ice creams that we found so far that will work. Now, if I take the weight loss meter, a -3 is the best ice cream. A +3 is the worst ice cream. Let's just narrow this down because there's so many of them to a -1 to -3 ice cream. That would be a good ice cream. May not be any. We might have to stick with 0. Let's go to 0. There's no good weight loss ice cream. Let's see if there's some that won't hurt me though. You won't have if you're not a lifetime member or a partner, you'll only have access to the things that are in that library. But if we come up with some today that are ice cream, that was just an odd one for a beginner class. She's asking about ice cream. I want to be able to accommodate. We generally don't put ice cream on a 30-day program, but if y'all find some today that you want me to add to your beginner library so that you don't have to be a lifetime member, then I will do that. I'm here to serve. So if we look so that you understand how many approved ice creams there are, here's some that won't hurt me. Approved ice cream cones is in here. Arctic Zero, Blue Bunny ice cream bars. Let me look at this one, Pam. You like Halo Top, awesome. Here's an example of one, a Blue Bunny Sweet Freedom no sugar added ice cream bar. So I can add this to my grocery list, print my grocery list and go to the grocery store with that in mind. I can do that with any of these. I can just click add grocery list. I'm gonna add it to my list for today, my grocery list, and it goes right to my grocery list. So I'm gonna go back over there to grocery list, make sure it got added. My grocery list, fast track, and let's see if it added my ice cream. Let's see where it went. There it is. See it right here, Pam? Blue Bunny Sweet Freedom no sugar added ice cream bar right there. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna copy. I got too many windows open, sorry. And I'm just gonna, for fun, I'm gonna post that right there. Blue Bunny Sweet Freedom. So with that one example though, do y'all see how I went and found approved ice creams? And Pam already knew of one that she could have, Halo Top. Does everybody see how easy it was to find an approved ice cream? I need some help here. What makes that an approved ice cream? Does anybody know? Why is that such a good thing? Is it because it's low calorie? No. What makes it approved? Not necessarily no sugar. Not necessarily. It doesn't spike your insulin because what? The protein to net carb ratio. Repeat that and you'll remember it. The protein to net carb ratio or the fiber to net carb ratio. Beautiful. Good job, Patricia. So that's how we would find ice cream. And there's many that we could find. Now, I could have that as a meal episode or a snack episode. Best as a snack episode. It is a snack episode. I shouldn't have said meal. It could be one of 3 eating episodes and you can still lose weight. Let me give you an example. If I had an egg white omelet for breakfast, that's a meal. If I had this ice cream snack for lunch, that's a snack. Then I can have dinner, chicken breast and broccoli, and I've had a great three eating episode day. Hope that makes sense. And you're for sure going to lose body fat. So we handled ice cream. Let's take a look at pizza. We got another hard one here for Chris, from Chris. So let's put pizza for maybe lunch. Pizza, what is that going to look like? So can I go and have a deep dish cheese-filled pizza crust with like a meat lovers at Pizza Hut? Can I go have 2 slices of that for lunch? Alice, I'll help you out in a minute with that one. What about pizza right now? I can have it on a holiday. Could I do this with our lifestyle rules? If the group at work wants to take lunch at the Pizza Hut, can I eat 2 slices of pizza, scrape off the toppings, throw away their bread, put the toppings on a salad or in my tortilla? I could do that if I wanted to have a perfect day. But what about approved pizza? So let's take a look. Now, someone told me when I was going through this with them the other day on a one-on-one, they had asked for a refund on the program. hang tight. I keep getting my little pages messed up here. They had asked for a refund on the program, and they said it was confusing. And after some scuttlebutt, I got on the phone with them and tried to get them on Zoom and tried to explain to them how easy the program was. And what they said was, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to fill out a meal plan. My question was, well, do you mind me asking, ma'am? We're going to be happy to refund you, but do you mind me asking you what you were expecting? And she said, I don't know. We got to do a little bit of work, just a little. But once we've done that work, unless we want more variety, well, look, listen, take your holidays out of the equation. Take your holidays out of the equation. Let's set those to the side because you can eat anything. On those other days, if you've got 12 different breakfasts, 12 different lunches, 12 different dinners, that's plenty of variety for the rest of your life. How many of us really eat 100 different things every month? We don't. We usually go to the same old stuff over and over. So once you have found your go-tos, you've got it whipped. Okay. So I'm looking in here and I'm going to go to pizzas. It's all a mindset. It's all a mindset. These evil spirits, we need to lay hands on some of us. We need to lay hands and cast out the demons. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type in pizza. None of these are combinations, so I promised a combination lesson. These are just comfort foods we're talking about. But they asked me first. So I'm pulling up pizza, and I start seeing pizzas right out of the gate here, zeros and ones. I don't see many negatives. There's a negative, a pizza burger. Let's see, pizza crust and wraps. Real good pizza. Let's see what this is. There's a real good pizza. Let's say I wanted to add that to my grocery list. Go here and I add it. Focusing on what I can have, not on what I can't have. Now that's in my library. So I find a pizza I like. Seems there's plenty of those too. Seems like there's a lot. I keep messing up our thing here. Oh, wait. Always something. Okay. So I'm going to go back. Blue Bunny. So ice cream, we found. Approved ice cream. Blue Bunny, we found. Approved pizza for lunch. Seen a lot of those in there. A lot of good options there. Let's see what else. So we could find it. Y'all agree we can find a lot of pizza, and we have pizza rules for eating out. So all that's good. So we did ice cream, we did pizza. Now Lauren says, what about chicken and rice? I'm craving chicken and rice. So here's what we can do. Rice. Now, Lauren, are you wanting white rice? Can we have white rice? On a holiday. So we got to have approved rice. Can't have white rice. One saucer of white rice, that's nothing but endosperm. That equals 18 teaspoons of sugar. you've got a raging fat bust. When you go to the Japanese steakhouse and they have white rice, putting soy sauce on it doesn't make it brown rice. White rice is the devil. If you want it, you need to play with the devil on your holidays. You can't have long grain brown rice. It's a category 3. So if I had chicken breast, this is a category 1, lean protein, 1/4 cup of long grain brown rice. And then I've got to have a category 2. So a simple one would be broccoli. So chicken breast, grilled, ding, ding, ding. Baked chicken, grilled chicken breast, a 1/4 cup of long grain brown rice, and broccoli on a portion control plate. If my chicken breast is cooked in olive oil, can I have the long grain brown rice? I know y'all like to talk, but you might miss something that would help you. Chicken breast in olive oil will turn that chicken breast from a category 1 to a what, everyone? Category 4. Good. If I'm in maintenance, if my chicken breast is grilled and my broccoli is steamed and I want long grain brown rice, I have steamed chicken breast, grilled chicken breast, baked chicken breast, no oil or MCT oil, a 1/4 cup of long grain brown rice and broccoli, I'm good. If I'm in maintenance, I can have up to a 1/2 cup of long grain brown rice. Does that make sense, everyone? Your complex carbs need to be around a 1/4 cup cooked until you're in maintenance. So if I've got a portion control plate, chicken breast, long grain brown rice, broccoli, I've got enough protein and fiber to neutralize the blood sugar impact. Okay. How about corn? My family said they wanted corn. So I made them hamburger steaks, green beans, and corn last night. I used 99% lean ground turkey and mixed in soup mix. Did you use any Kim O? Did you use any long chain triglyceride fat? Or did you use no fat? Or did you use approved fats? Good job. So here's what she said she had. She had very lean hamburger, 96% lean or better, lean ground meat, corn, 1/4 cup of corn, and green beans. She used all approved condiments. How'd she do, everybody? Beautiful, beautiful. So I had hamburger patty. Protein takes up most of the plate. Hamburger patty, 1/4 cup of corn, green beans. Beautiful meal. Worcestershire sauce, approved condiments, whatever you want there. Even a little bit of fat-free cheese over that lean ground beef. Several things you can do there and enjoy that corn. If I want a buttery flavor on my corn, what can I do on the corn to give it a buttery flavor and still lose body fat? Add spices, ghee butter, ghee butter, 0-calorie butter spray, or even a little MCT oil mixed with butter buds. All of those would be fine. Great job. Who did that again? That was a great job. Way to know your combinations, Kim O. Yes, chicken, broccoli, long grain brown rice. What would be better for weight loss? Ding, ding, ding. What combination is the following? Fish, riced cauliflower, and could I do this fish, rice, cauliflower, and squash? Could I do that? Yes. Is rice cauliflower going to help me lose weight faster than long grain brown rice? Yes. Can I put me a little cheese dip in my rice cauliflower? Because I do this all the time. This is one of my favorite meals I listed. So I've got grilled fish in MCT oil. I've got rice cauliflower and I've got squash. Can I put just a couple of tablespoons of Olay Mexican cheese dip on my rice cauliflower? I can, as a condiment. Isn't that delicious? Let's go look at some more. I'm scrolling, bear with me. Is chicken liver a category 4? Pan Price chicken livers, organ meats are amazing for us. Chicken liver is a category 4. We just need to make sure we eat it like a 4. I take chicken livers and bread them in carb quick, dip them in egg whitewash, dip them in carb quick, salt and pepper, fry them in MCT oil. That would be a great category 4. So I could have chicken livers, fried chicken livers in MCT, maybe some green beans, and some ketchup as a condiment. I like ketchup with my fried chicken livers. Molly McButter's okay. Brummel and Brown yogurt butter is an approved butter, but it does alter the category your food is in. Does everybody know that? We're not big on Brummel and Brown unless we're talking about, let's say that someone's not going to cook with MCT oils, then we tell them the next best option is Brummel and Brown. But if you put Brummel and Brown on a category 3, you're not doing good. Make sense, everybody? If you use MCT on cauliflower rice as a freebie, it's not advisable. It's legal to do that, but not expedient. A freebie should be category 2 with nothing on it other than maybe spice or seasonings. Now, if you've got leftover cauliflower rice that was cooked in MCT oil the night before, it's in the fridge and you want it as a freebie and it's already got MCT mingled into it, I don't have a problem with that because it's not something you're doing on a consistent basis. April says, I was not a fan of rice cauliflower until I tried Jonathan's skillet fried cauliflower rice. It is, it's really good. How do you flavor it as a freebie? Whatever flavoring I want. I use that spice, tangy. Is that what it's called? Tangin? I think that's it. It may be Tajin. I put that on everything. Salsa. Salsa is a great way. I like salsa on my rice cauliflower, and it's still a freebie. So if I'm hungry, it's not time to eat. I need to. Anytime you're eating more than 3 eating episodes a day, even if you're approved, you're doing something wrong mentally. But let's just say I can't help myself, can't tell myself no. I've got the knick-knack paddywhacks, hand-mouth disease. If I have rice cauliflower and I put salsa on it, that's still a freebie. Did y'all know that? I do that all the time. Sometimes I lose my wits too. Yeah, Brummel and Brown is a condiment. Now let's relook. Many things in Shibboleth have different definitions. Brummel and Brown is not an MCT. Everything's an approved condiment. But here's the problem with butter as a condiment. It's hard to keep it at 50 calories or less. This much butter is 100, the size of my thumb is 100 calories. So can I What's the condiment rule? What is the worst condiment rule? We have good, better, best rules because we're all adults and we need to know all the facts. Good, better, best rules. The condiment in its lowest form is, what does it say? Condiment rule. 50 calories or less of anything. So would it be hard to use from my thumb knuckle up only that much of Brummel and Brown? Would it be hard to use that and enjoy that? Yes. So you've got to think through what's lawful but not expedient. Now, Kim says that 1 tablespoon is only 45 calories. So that might be enough for some of us. It wouldn't be for me. Hope that helps. Some things have more than one definition. So what we have to become is like a nutritional lawyer. So we look at it like Shibboleth is the book of the law, right? It's the book of the law. And when we're building our meals in our day, we're going to make a case for what we did going by the book. Does that make sense? Then once it works for you, you set a precedence, and then you just keep duplicating that successful pattern. Can you use ghee butter spray on cauliflower for a freebie? I don't like that either, Stormcat, but you can. So MCT oil, coconut oil, and ghee butter are all allowed. We do not make a conscious decision to put those oils on a freebie. However, in the case that you have leftovers and you desire them, they're in the fridge and it's only cauliflower that was in ghee the night before. Because see, normally you're not going to take cauliflower and melt ghee and put it in ghee and then say, this is a freebie. You're not normally going to do that. So now some may, but most wouldn't, okay? So how did it end up with ghee in it? Maybe I had hamburger steak patty, green beans, and cauliflower in ghee, okay? Did fine, have leftovers, put the cauliflower up. The next day, it's not time to eat. I want a freebie. I don't want to cook a fresh batch of rice cauliflower. I pull out my leftovers that happen to have an approved oil in it, ghee, an approved butter fat. I'll go on and have it as a freebie. It's not something I want to choose to do on a frequent basis. Listen, every extra calorie that you consume that you didn't need because you could. You did it just because you could. That's calories that aren't coming from where, everyone? Even if it's allowed, every calorie that doesn't really add to the full enjoyment of that meal is a calorie now not coming from my stored fat. So if I don't need it, even though it's allowed, if I don't need it, why would I consume it when I want to get rid of fat? Those calories begin to add up. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. Watch. Okay. Everybody with me? Am I getting on your nerves? I'm feeling spunky today. I hope y'all don't think I'm being rude. I'm just feeling spunky. I'm going to explain everything. Just stay with me. Order in the court. Order in the court. So, watch this. How many calories can I have on a so let me, because we got new people here. I've got a portion control plate, and on this plate is shrimp cooked in ghee butter, garnished with hemp flakes. There is a half of a baked potato with 0-calorie butter spray and broccoli. Let me take that back. Bad analogy. New one coming up. I've got fish that was broiled in water and seasoned. I've got corn on the cob with nothing on it but salt and pepper. And I've got green beans that was cooked in fat-free bouillon. Okay. What's the total number of calories that I can put on that meal additional as a condiment? 50. How many meal episodes can I have a day where I can have 50 calories of condiment? 3 times. So on every meal, if I push the boundaries, let's say that this meal would have tasted just as good without the condiments. That's why I tell people to use 0-calorie condiments. You're not going to get around the math and the biology. So that's 150 calories. Now, everything I did, the food was combined right. The food was on a portion control plate. And let's say I had seasoned it with spices and herbs and 0-calorie stuff. Are y'all with me? And it tastes great that way. But because I could, I added 50 calories of butter to each meal. Because I could. It was going to taste fine without it, but because I could. Let me put a little more on it. I've got 150. I can do it. This was lawful. Now, let's say that I do this every day of the year. Okay. So let me do the math real quick. Pull up my calculator. 365 times 150. That's 54,750 extra calories that year. How many calories are stored in a pound of fat? 3,500. Now I take 54,750 and divide it by 3,500. That is 15 more pounds of fat I can lose every year, or up to 15 pounds more that I can lose if I do not use the liberal condiment rule. Make sense, everyone? Now, sometimes it's about enjoyment, right? All I just demonstrated was a way to get there quicker. But sometimes quicker is not the best. Sometimes that extra enjoyment. So my point, let me put it to you this way. Me dipping my shrimp and dipping my broccoli in Red Lobster scampi juice is allowed. And it's enjoyable to me. To do it without that, it isn't as enjoyable. What I'm saying is, when it doesn't really add to the joy, why add it just because you can? I know y'all are thinking these are the slowest meal planning classes ever. We come up with like 3 ideas each time. I actually did a class last year where we come up with like 70 in 2 hours. So, but I'm hoping to, as we come up with these meal ideas, be able to explain why, so it starts resonating. We're about out of time. Let me see if I missed any really good. Don't make it with ghee. Is that Kim Overmeyer? I should have known that. I thought that girl, she knows her stuff. No wonder. So don't make it with ghee intending to use it as a freebie, right? But it's okay. See, we have nutrition rules and lifestyle rules, like our fast food rule about hamburgers. Really, wherever you're at, it's not expedient because they use a fatty ground beef but we don't want you suffering. This is your lifestyle. So wherever you go, get a burger, throw away their bun, you're good. You're not going to lose any weight, but you're not setting yourself back. Sometimes it's not about the efficient fat burning process. It's about you're in a situation beyond your control, like a restaurant, and we have a lifestyle rule for that, like pizza or burgers. So the same thing here, it's kind of a lifestyle rule. If I've got a freebie from the night before, if I've got a category 2 from the night before that I cooked in MCT oil, but today I want my leftover rice cauliflower and it happened to be used as a category 2 the night before and not a freebie, and I so happen to have cooked it in MCT oil, I can have it as a freebie today. Tammy says, when we take off spices and condiments, we can start enjoying the natural flavors of food. Very good point. And our taste buds do change, and we can cultivate a taste too. When people, a good example is people that say they don't like water, which has no taste. Everybody likes water. Let me get you outside and get you hot. I mean, really hot and dehydrated, and then see if you don't like water. Everybody likes water. So you cultivate a taste for things that you may have lost a taste for, and vice versa. But yeah, like a good steak doesn't need anything on it. We're kind of ruining the steak just because we have a habit of putting, say, A1 steak sauce on it. But a steak that's cooked right, it doesn't need anything on it, and we're saving calories. How about ribs and broccoli with a little barbecue sauce, or hot wings and celery for meal ideas? Those are terrific ones. So we've got ribs. The ribs have to fit on the plate on a perfect day. They wouldn't hang off the plate. Have a nice little rack of ribs there. And then you've got broccoli, approved barbecue sauce. Now, when I go somewhere like, say, Shane's Rib Shack, I haven't been there in years, or Sonny's or whatever. If I want some ribs, I control the portion of ribs. I ask for barbecue sauce on the side. I usually don't have barbecue sauce in my survival kit. That's a good idea to do, but I don't eat a lot of barbecue. But I would just ask for the barbecue sauce on the side. And usually about that much barbecue sauce is going to be about 50 calories. Where can I find this video to watch later? This will be in our video library at myshibboleth.com. Each and every day, these are recorded, and then my assistant Lara adds them to the library. Any other questions or comments before we go today? We will do meal ideas again tomorrow. Alice, can you copy and paste again real quick? I seen something earlier about a cocktail and lost my train of thought. Can you ask me again so I can answer it correctly? Maybe it's a quick copy and paste. Yeah, my survival kit's quite a man purse. I have a big old man purse. I'll bring it to class one day. Thank you, Nellie. Is a cocktail considered an eating episode? Alice, that's an excellent question. An approved cocktail, now an unapproved cocktail is a holiday. An approved cocktail can be counted a couple of ways. You can utilize an approved cocktail as a category 5 with a 1 and 2 or 7 and 2, or you can have an approved cocktail up to 2 servings of an approved cocktail as one snack. Does that make sense? Alice, the way I do that on the weekends is I will fast during the day, and then let's say I'm gonna have dinner, and that dinner is gonna be my favorite dinner, crab legs and broccoli. So crab legs and broccoli is my meal episode, my first one of the day. Then I could have up to 10 ounces of wine as a snack. That's the second episode of the day. Or I could have done it as a 7-2-5. It just depends on how you want to count it. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, everybody. Pam Power, how many parched peanuts I guess by default, they're still in the shell? Okay, so parched peanuts, usually 1 heaping handful of peanuts is a snack. So I'm guessing still in the shell, 3 handfuls in the shell would be a snack. Does that make sense? Let's see if I can find that recipe for you. It may be one that he didn't add to the library. Or maybe someone else here knows what it's called. No, here it is. I went right to it. I went right to it. So here it is. Let me show you. I just went right to that immediately. I don't know how I got there so easy, but it's in the library. So I'm gonna edit, and then I'm gonna put it right here. There's your link to it. Michelle, do you see the link now? Stevia, snacking on sunflower seeds in the shell with the sodium cause weight gain, even if I'm drinking a gallon of water a day. No, when you say weight gain, do you mean weight gain or fat gain? Because weight gain and weight loss ebbs and flows daily. Are you concerned with fat gain or weight gain? You will not gain fat because you didn't overeat. You will temporarily, when you consume sodium, you will temporarily hold on to a little extra water weight. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We all do that. The only way we gain fat, the way that we gain fat, listen, last one of the day, promise. The way that we gain fat slowly is overindulging, a surplus of calories. The way we gain fat fast is a surplus of calories coupled with what, everybody? A surplus of calories coupled with what causes fast fat gain. There you go, Alice, insulin. When we eat a surplus of calories, we gain fat slow. When we eat a surplus of calories coupled with insulin spikes, we gain fat fast. Somebody said a lack of exercise. That's a good thought, but that's not the case. Bodily exercise profits very little. It does profit. That's why I do it now. But it's a myth that that exercise allows for significant fat loss. It just doesn't. Good nutrition, then coupled with a good exercise routine, can help. Bodily exercise profits little, but godliness is profitable unto all things. Does self-discipline fall in the exercise category or the godly category? The godly category. It's a fruit of the Spirit. So something to think about. I love exercise. I love the dopamine response. I feel so good mentally and about myself when I exercise. But fat loss comes from tightening up your nutrition. That's 80% or more of the equation. Y'all, I am out of time. I appreciate every one of you. I hope you'll keep bringing your questions to class, and we'll keep unpacking that. Now, insulin resistance does not affect your weight loss. It can slow it down compared to someone who's does not have insulin resistance. That's basically how your body reacts to insulin. Insulin doesn't have the same impact for you that it does with others. But it's not a factor when it comes to fat loss. This is other myths. There's no underlying disease that will slow fat loss. Or let me take that back. There's no underlying disease that will prevent you from losing body fat. Not one. Not one. Now, when we go to the doctor, these great doctors, we love them, we need them. When they tell you, because they're in a hurry and they don't have time to counsel you on behavior modification, here's your pills, just get used to it. It's genetic for you. You're never going to be able to lose it. It's because they're busy treating illness. We're here to talk about prevention of disease prevention and wellness. And there's no underlying disease except for excuses. That's the only thing that can stop you from losing body fat is the underlying disease of excusitis. I'm out of here. Love y'all all. We'll see you at the next one. God bless you.